The history of medicine dates back to the distant past. Nevertheless, the profession of physician is important and interesting for modern society as well, because people's life and health depend on the level of competence and professionalism of a medical worker. The tasks of modern society require the formation of a high level of professional knowledge, skills, and abilities in medical graduates. The main goal of higher medical education is the implementation of professional knowledge and skills by the subject of the educational process, i.e., the learner. A modern graduate of a medical university should not only possess special knowledge, skills, and abilities, but also feel the need for achievements and success in the profession. Taking into account the fact that the main object of a doctor's labor activity is people's health, the problem of personal motivation of future doctors is the key one, and very high requirements are imposed on professional motivational qualities of a doctor. The reason for applicants' choice of a medical university is not only the desire to master the profession of a doctor, but also the presence of their own ideas about an abstract image and ideal that embodies the most significant professional and personal qualities of a specialist in the field of medicine. All this in combination with professional competences is integrated at the personal level of individual sense system of motives and determines a high level of professional and personal training of a future doctor. By graduation from a medical school, graduates have to master knowledge, skills, and abilities in the following spheres of activity: therapeutic and diagnostic, rehabilitation and preventive, psychological and pedagogical, organizational and managerial, and research. Under the conditions of increased technogenic pressure on the natural environment and human health, the doctor must have knowledge of general biological laws of nature development. It is impossible to cover the whole range of medical knowledge, abilities, and skills without professional motives formed in students, without striving for self-development, self-realization, and self-actualization in the chosen field of activity. Determination of a future specialist's motives helps to reveal what his/her perception of educational and professional activity is and what personal sense the profession has for a student. There is an opinion, according to which the motives, connected with human labor activity, are subdivided into three groups: motives of labor activity, motives of choice of profession, and motives of choice of a place of work. There is a certain interrelation between these groups. Motives of labor activity lead to formation of motives of choice of profession, and motives of choice of profession lead to motives of choice of a place of work. Motives of labor activity are those stimulating reasons that make a person do labor. In their turn, they are subdivided into motives of social character, desire to do good to society and help others, obtaining certain material benefits for oneself and family, satisfying the need for self-actualization, self-expression, and self-actualization. Realization of motives of labor activity is possible only in specific professions. This is where the interrelation between the motives of labor activity and the motives of choosing a profession can be traced. The choice of profession is influenced by social values and value orientations. Thus, a person approaches the choice of profession in terms of social prestige, fashion dictatorship, social status, material well-being, interest in the profession, as well as aptitudes and abilities of a person in the chosen type of activity. When a person's motives for working and choosing a profession are predetermined, the question of choosing a place of work arises. There are external and internal factors that influence the motives for choosing a place of work, considered by a person in the process of deciding where is the best place to go to work. Such factors include assessment of external situation, wages, benefits, proximity to home, reliability and prestige of the company, presence of harmful production, psychological climate in the team, assessment of one's abilities, health, abilities to this job, stress resistance, assessment of the chosen place of work with regard to interests, possibility of promotion, manifestation of personal initiative. Research objective: to study motives of medical students' choice of medical profession, the dynamics of motivation, and to identify the causes of demotivation arising in students.